A beautiful evening here at Fenway Park in Boston. Matt Wieters hopes it'll continue to be what for him has been a friendly confines here. Matt's put up some good numbers. He and Nick Markakis, career numbers at Fenway are outstanding. You see the Wieters number at 382 for an average. Talked with Matt earlier today. Asked him how come? How come you like hitting here at Fenway Park? What's it like?
Sort of gives you a feel of old times. So it gives you a little bit pumped up when you play here to think of all the great players that played here. But no, it's fortunate that I can see the ball pretty well here, and I don't know, something about this ballpark just makes me feel comfortable.
And against the Red Sox, you've done really well. I mean, is there an extra adrenaline shot when you're up against these guys?
I don't know if there's adrenaline. I mean, everybody we play in the AL East is a pretty good adrenaline shot when you go into their park. But it's just I've been able to get some pitches to hit and haven't missed them against these guys.
About September, I mean, you were really having a spectacular month. Has there been a progression of any sort that you've noticed at the plate? Anything changed?
Well, it's just sort of, this whole year has been sort of trying to find a swing at the plate and not quite getting the timing going right. And then it finally clicked, I think, when September got here. And just going back to sort of basics, just go back to hit like I always hit and been able to find a barrel a little bit.
How much will you do in the off season, especially regarding the plate work? Do you keep going, or do you take some time off?
I take a month off and shut everything down and just sort of recuperate from a long year. But then once that month's over, you get back into lifting and running and those kind of things. And once Thanksgiving gets over, it's when I only want to get back to swinging the bat. And then I sort of use the holidays for a little time period, because after Christmas then I'll start into throwing and so the holidays, once they're over, you get back into really working.
Matt, Skip has made a big point about really wanting to push you a little bit in the leadership department. I know he does most of that off record and on the side, but how's that going, and how do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel great, with the confidence he instills in me, and be able to be a leader on this team. And that's one thing in this game you're going to have to put in your time, because veteran presence is a huge reason baseball is as great as it is. But at the same time, being a catcher, you got to be able to step up and be the leader. And I may never be the most have the biggest voice on the team as a leader, but to be able to just sort of take guys aside and tell them sort of how we're trying to do things here is something I look forward to doing.
Matt, the groups, you included, of the younger players, this has been kind of the year of going over or getting to the top, my sense is, as far as the experience and the willingness to really say, something, this is our ball club now.
Definitely. I mean, come in last year and everybody just sort of trying to see what else is going to go on in the major leagues. And now this year we know what's going on, and the other teams are going to try and adjust to us, and we're going to have to adjust to them. But as far as, it's good that all of us, we're able to stay here together and now, have a little bit more sense of it. It's the young guys team, but you take your advice from guys like Brian Roberts and Nick Markakis and guys that have been here for, a little bit longer. So, but at the same time, the young guys start to buy into the system and really start preaching that to the other guys that come in.
It's easy to talk about what you think the growth pattern is going to look like, but once you get here, has it been different than what you thought it was going to be, and what's been the toughest part?
I think it's about what I expected. I mean, that's one thing, in this day and age, as much as information gets out as quick as it gets out, it still can shock you a little bit how fast teams know what you did in the night before. But I knew it was going to be an adjustment, and it's always going to be a constant adjustment. But it's definitely, you have to work as hard as I thought you were going to have to work.
Matt, final question, defensively, where do you put defense in a priority, if you will, as opposed to what you do at the plate site?
Yeah, it's huge for me. I mean, in the course of the game, you're going to call 120, 140 pitches maybe, and you're going to get 4 at-bats. So to me, calling the game and being able to help your pitcher out is a good importance over to hitting. Of course, everybody's going to want to hit good and drive in runs. So you want to definitely work on your offense, but I think defense always comes first.